breasts.
Try to relax your anus. Your anus, your shoulders. Try to relax your anus. Your anus, your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders, your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus, your shoulders. Try to relax your anus. Your anus, your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders, your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your anus. Your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, try to relax your anus, your anus, your shoulders, try to relax your anus, your anus, your anus, try to relax your anus, your shoulders, your anus, try to relax your anus, your anus, try to relax your anus, try to relax your anus, try to relax your anus, your anus, try to relax your anus, your anus, your shoulders, try to relax your anus, your anus, your anus, try to relax your anus, your shoulders, your anus, try to relax your anus, your anus, try to relax your anus, your anus, your anus, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, try to relax your anus, your anus, your shoulders, try to relax your anus, your anus, your anus, try to relax your anus, your shoulders, your anus, try to relax your anus, your anus, try to relax your anus, try to relax your anus, try to relax your anus, your anus, try to relax your anus, your anus, your shoulders, try to relax your anus, your anus, your anus, try to relax your anus, your shoulders, your anus, try to relax your anus, your anus, try to relax your anus, your anus, your anus, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, try to relax your anus, your shoulders, try to relax your anus, your anus, your shoulders, try to relax your anus, your anus, your anus, try to relax your anus, your shoulders, your anus, try to relax your anus, your anus, try to relax your anus, try to relax your anus, try to relax your anus, your anus, try to relax your anus, your anus, your shoulders, try to relax your anus, your anus, your anus, try to relax your anus, your shoulders, your anus, try to relax your anus, your anus, try to relax your anus, your anus, your anus, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, try to relax your anus, your anus, your shoulders, try to relax your anus, your anus, your anus, try to relax your anus, your shoulders, your anus, try to relax your anus, your anus, try to relax your anus, try to relax your anus, try to relax your anus, your anus, try to relax your anus, your anus, your shoulders, try to relax your anus, your anus, your anus, try to relax your anus, your shoulders, your anus, try to relax your anus, your anus, try to relax your anus, your anus, your anus, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus.
Try to relax your anus.
Your anus, your shoulders, try to relax your anus, your your anus. Your shoulders, your anus.
Hello, everybody.
Try to relax your anus. Your anus.
Philip Burnell
Try to
is a
relax your
man.
anus. Try to relax your
Shut
anus.
the fuck up,
Try to
Fred.
relax your anus.
Hello. How is everybody this evening? Sorry about that. So, as promised, someone donated $100 last night for me to sit here and suffer through Kingdom Hearts, which should be fucking good. Oh, man. Because I actually played some of that on stream. And, I mean, I guess if you followed the games from the beginning, it would be more palatable and understandable. But me, it's just... It was just like, what the hell is even going on? So Dosa Main, thank you for Kingdom Farts. And Son of a Pirate, my hole is very relaxed. We also got a No Daddy No.
No, Daddy, no.
Yeah, I just was like, what the fuck? My Trains account for the Trains portal web, since all DSC is tied to that account. Well, it should automatically set me up, right? You said it's on Steam. I am excited, man. You know what it is that my kids are here. I was running after them today. They're going to be here the entire weekend. Did I get another? Man, the Cameo... Yes. Thank you again. There is a insane amount of support coming in the Cameo. Have you found the Eldon cock ring? Yes, it is in my ass. I thought I answered that in my head. Jeremy Rubinstein, if that makes sense. I'm going to need a lot of weed for Kingdom Hearts. I took some capsules. My kids are downstairs with their uncle right now. He's putting them to bed. So, if that's the reason why I seem a little bit tired, that's really it. See, everyone's like, why do you put your kids to sleep so early at like 7 o'clock? I'm like, yeah, because they don't go... If I put them to bed like 9, they would be to bed at midnight. If I put them to bed at 7, they're at bed at 10. So, it's not... It's not like you lay your kids down for people who don't know and they go to sleep. For people that are parents here, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. My coworker, Michael Cortez, I have my capsules, like I said. My coworker got into a work accident, collided with another forklift, and the fork snapped her leg perpendicular like a twig. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Yo, Rich, when are we going to see your new Alder Lake build? When I build it tomorrow, I was going to build it today, but shit got in the way. Yeah, I'm pretty idiot. Oh, no, I always fought bedtime. So that's the thing. Like, it's not that I put them... It's not like I put them down at, like, 6:37. They go right to bed. Like, I'm lucky if they get to bed by 9:30. You know what I mean? So, there's... You got to, prime them for bed. What's up with Sony drip feeding us PS5 updates, which should be basic functions? Folders are great, but limited to library only, so it's almost useless. PS4 already did it better. Well, because they built a whole new OS. Not defending them. Yes, they should have been there, and you're 100% right. But, they're kind of piecemealing the new OS together. I think that's what it is. Not that you're right, though. Believe me, I'm not disagreeing with you. Every time I take a shower, I think of DSP now. Thanks a lot, Rich. Wash your bowl. Come on, man.
Wash your balls, wash your balls, wash your balls, wash your balls.
That is the same man. Mods, ban all my viewers. Please, I don't want to sneak into chat. Also, constructive criticism is not allowed. Are you like my alter ego? That would be Wings of Redemption. Richard Masucci. Hey, you got my name spelled right properly, too. That picture is so old, I don't use it anymore. So I don't even really care that you're using it because it's obvious that it's not me. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know the spam bots. There's nothing. I get messages, I get DMs every fucking day about the spam bots, and I don't know what to say. Like, there's nothing I could do until YouTube figures out something, like, I guess with the algorithm or something. There's nothing I could fucking do. It's that simple, you know. DLC is sort of complicated. If you want to play the game, you need a My Trains account. Well, if it's free, then who gives a shit? That's fine. Yeah, I'm kind of. I'll probably get it. I'm kind of liking the sim games. I was playing. I hooked up my Nebula capsule again. My kids call it the Roof TV or Woof TV, and I was playing Power Wash Simulator and Elden Ring on my ceiling last night. It's fucking awesome. Yeah, it's only 720p, but it still looks good. And it's 60 hertz. You know? Further thoughts on GTA 6 not punching down? I don't know. I want to watch... a lot of people, I think, saw the title of my video and thought I actually gave a shit about a woman being a lead protagonist in the game. I don't fucking care. I'm perfectly fine with that. Like I said to you, I would actually love if they rebooted Castlevania and dug into more of Elizabeth Bartley, who's based on Elizabeth Bathory's story. I do not care about that. That's not the reason I called it woke. But making any group be protected against humor, I'm sorry, that's being woke. Like that's the epitome of woke. Now, maybe it's misinformation, but, you know, that it was... I mean, and look, and Bloomberg and stuff fucked up with the Switch Pro, so it's not meaning like they're above being fucking up. But that would be pretty woke to me. And it has nothing to do with the gender of the lead protagonist. I don't care. Dude, I finally did it. I started broadcasting. Congratulations. But what are you going to school for? Do you actually like a show? PC monitor is flickering after update. Please send Tickle. He ain't gonna say
breastfeed it. Breastfeed it.
Chris, you're going retro. Chris Chan's Fanta bottle collection. Oh Jesus, 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 Jesus. Dude, I just got a Macintosh SE with 1 megabyte of RAM and 20 megabytes. Why is monetization on? I just checked. I went to rights management and it was whatever. It's not like there's I don't hit the ads button. I don't every fucking time. It was off. Turn on the stream. Now monetization's on. Stop. Anyway. Gonna be a kick. So yeah, tell me how that goes, man. Look up YouTuber GB. He uploaded the video on what's going on. Chris Chan. He has his hearing today or maybe tomorrow. Okay, let's do. Dude, someone paid me $100. I'm going to come through and look at some of these. There's not. How many are there? There's only one that's long. So let's see. Like maybe what I'll do, or two of them that are long. We'll start them and see where it goes. I don't like Devil May Cry 5. I tried it a few times. It's too hack and slashy. It's too... And it's not that I can't handle it. I can handle it. I control the game just fine. It just kind of gets boring to me. It's kind of just like action porn. I think I figured out that's what makes me lose interest in like the Doom reboot games. They're great games. But it's like sensory overload. Like I just get tired out of it. Does that make sense? It's like, all right, shoot somebody, they blink, you do the melee move. You shoot somebody, they blink. Oh, now I can do the saw. You know, and it's just like rinse and repeat. It's just like the action's cranked up to 10, and it's kind of like if you keep doing a drug, Like, it's cool at first and you get really high, but then it's like you get to build a tolerance to it. That's how I feel about like Devil May Cry and Doom Eternal. It's not that they're not good games. They're well-crafted games, but it's too it's too much. Needs to be paced better, you know? Like, even if you look at like the original games, which I've played the shit out of, yeah, there was a ton of action. It got crazy. But I just feel like they were paced better, where now it's just like action in your face. Like, yeah, that's cool and all. But, and then the thing that killed me, yeah, they tried to break it up with Doom. Especially, at least I remember from Doom 2016, I played more of that. And I never beat that either because I got bored. The platforming, like, what the fuck platforming in a Doom? You know, it's in Doom Eternal too, as well. I mean, what the fuck is with the platforming in a Doom game? Like, that's what you break up the pacing with? Your thoughts about the new Saints Row game? It looks meh, and how they completely went a new route by not bringing back any of the old characters. Well, because that's the thing. You can't... There is no way that Saints Row... This is why I believe the woke part. And again, I can't stress fucking enough it has nothing to do with the woman. I don't care about a woman protagonist. They go after any protected group. Any. I'm not just talking about race. I'm not just talking about sexual preference. I'm not talking about gender. Anything. There will be people rioting in the fucking streets crying about the game. So I believe it. You know? Thoughts on WSAD controls versus up and down, left, right? It depends on the game. I know that sounds like a cheap cop-out, but it's not. Depends on the game. There's some games that mouse and keyboard is superior with, even though I play 99% of my games on gamepad. It's just more comfortable. There is nothing, and I am not sponsored by Anchor or Nebula, but there is nothing like sitting there with the gamepad in your gamepad, not game pan. You wrote this fucking script wrong again. There is nothing like a gamepad in your hands and a bird up your ass in bed, looking up at the ceiling, playing Power Wash Simulator. The bird up your ass is 100% necessary. Okay. The PC version of GTA 6 better come out same time as the console versions. I hope Rockstar stops. Yeah, it's time. It's no longer where PC is not as relevant as consoles. Like, times have changed, and I agree with you. Banshee, disagree. I think you should play the first 4 levels of Doom Eternal. Okay. The platform really gives you a moment to catch your breath. It gets harder. Okay. It's not even that it's easy. It's not easy. It's just everything is always fucking cranked up to 11, and it just kind of gets tiring. Like, it just gets monotonous. You know? No, I did not hear about the Chris Chan trial. We'll probably slide into some of that between the Kingdom Hearts stuff, but someone paid $100. I have to suffer through Kingdom Hearts. They paid for me to suffer. It's only fair. It's only fair. We'll wait till we reach 500 people. What, is YouTube not sending out notifications tonight? No one wants to see me suffer through. Maybe it's just no one wants to see me suffer through Kingdom Hearts. Sometimes if I have to have a conversation with somebody, sometimes I'll have notes up on the screen. A lot of times when I'm recording YouTube videos, this is where all my notes are. In porn. No, there's no porn. Yeah, YouTube just has these days sometimes. Maybe because I'm streaming slightly earlier than usual. That could be it. Let me just make sure. I got another Cameo request. That's crazy. I'm not complaining. It's awesome. Again, if you want a personalized video of me where you could pretty much let me say whatever you would like, Cameo, link in the description. You get a video, personalized video from me. I get money from you. It is a win-win.
I'm not going to put it in a bottle and breastfeed it to you.
All right, we're there. Jason Foyt, thank you for becoming a member. All right.
Try to relax your anus.
There we go. Let's get this party started. Now, which system is this for? It looks like it's a PS2 game that's upscale. I'm just picturing a little Asian man with a mullet doing the voiceover looking constipated for this. PS2. Okay, I was right.
Anyone from the organization who'd like to be next?
Hey, Sarah! Gonna canonize him?
Yeah, we gotta go help our friends out first.
Oh.
Why does he look like he has MC Hammer's fucking pants?
Sorry.
Then let's go!
Aha! There you are!
Naturally. Into Phantom, how are you?
You sure have lots of friends to help.
It's the most awkward pacing I've seen in a cutscene ever. This like makes like Kojima's cutscenes look not awkward.
So, I guess we better all pull together and finish this battle for good.
Yes, Your Majesty!
I am so cuddly. You love your streamers. I've been watching you for more than 4 years. Thanks to you, John. I still want, but the problem is that every place I've looked for those fucking dolls is like months. Remember the Disney cat? Yeah, they were great. Like DuckTales for the NES. Amazing.
Look out!
Get them, Dale. I'm not.
Goofy!
No.
Hey! You're the king's captain! You gotta get up!
Come on, wake up!
I'm sorry about the ice cream!
Goofy?
Goofy!
This is not happening.
This is supposed to be sad. What the hell happened to Goofy? I hold on. Let me see.
Look out!
The rock just hit like the tip of his nose.
Goofy!
No.
Hey! You're the king's captain!
This is like a kid's game. They get him bashed in the fucking head with a rock. Damn.
You gotta get up!
Donald Duck is are ducks are not birds? Are ducks birds?
Come on, wake up!
I'm sorry about the ice cream!
Goofy?
How Charter Spectrum has to pay $7 billion because one of their techs murdered somebody? What? I didn't realize The Rock was in this game. Ha!
Breastfeed it, 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 breastfeed it.
Goofy!
This is not happening. It can't be happening. It can't.
They'll pay for this.
The pacing is so weird.
Warning.
It's like a 13-year-old wrote that.
I am about to spoil the entire plot of all 7 Kingdom Hearts games in under 20 minutes.
Well, good. Explain it to me, because I don't fucking understand what's going on in any of these games.
I mean, I assume you knew that since you clicked on the video, but, you know, just making sure. So the continuity on this series is really screwed up. The games were released in this order, but the actual chronological order of the series' story looks more like this. So there are some retcons and continuity errors and stuff here and there. As such, in order to explain the overall story of the series as quickly and clearly as possible, a few small details will be omitted to ensure that the overall plot is explained clearly and concisely. Anyway, go! Before I start on the plot, let me define some terminology so that everybody can follow along a bit more easily. In the world of Kingdom Hearts, hearts are not blood-pumping organs, but have more to do with the spirit of a person. A heart contains light and darkness, and ideally it can...
It's like in Castlevania, when hearts were ammunition. Well, depending on the Castlevania game.
...contains these two forces in equal amounts. If a heart is
I believe it was in Castlevania The Adventure that hearts were health.
consumed by the force of darkness, this person becomes a Heartless, a being which acts violently and destructively based upon primal instinct, and occasionally takes orders from...
Spoiler alert, of course he doesn't die. Nintendo would... Or not Nintendo. Disney would not let one of their characters die in a game. Are you fucking crazy?
someone who has mastery over dark magic. However, if a person has a particularly strong will, their body will remain behind after a Heartless is formed. This empty body is called a nobody. Nobodies are, for the most part, incapable of feeling emotion, though they do keep their memories from a previous life. Unlike Heartless, nobodies are intelligent and can plan and organize, and some even retain a human appearance. But living things are not the only things that have hearts. Planets, or worlds, also have hearts, and if the Heartless manage to locate and destroy the heart of a world, that world will be destroyed. The heart of a world is concealed behind a keyhole. Try and keep all that in mind, because we'll be coming back to it. In ye olden times, people started fighting over something called Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is basically the metaphysical galactic repository for all hearts that have passed on, both from people and worlds.
How the fuck do people think of this shit?
So anyone who has access to it essentially has access to limitless knowledge and power and stuff. So naturally, people start fighting over it. However, the only way to access it is with the X-Blade. The only way to forge the X-Blade is for equal and opposite forces of light and darkness to clash. So warriors from all around craft weapons in the image of the X-Blade that they call Keyblades. This leads to the Keyblade War, a conflict so all-encompassing and badass that it basically destroys reality. However, the light in the hearts of surviving children manages to bring reality back from the brink of destruction. The galaxy is now divided up into many small and segregated worlds. Most worlds are unaware of the existence
Oh, they were good Sega Gen. Those weren't made by Capcom either.
of other worlds and have no means of journeying beyond their own small lands. Fast forward an era or so to a young guy named
That war, it seems like they should have went into that war more. It would have seemed like it would have been more badass.
Xehanort, living on a world called Destiny Islands. Fed up with living on a couple tiny islands, Xehanort finds a way to set himself free from his world and explores the galaxy. He befriends...
Why does every single character in a Square Enix games, at least the dudes anyway, have the weirdest fucking hair ever?
a guy named Ericus, and the two of them train together to become Keyblade Masters. Even though the war is long over, the weapons still linger. Xehanort learns the history of the Keyblade War and how it destroyed the...
Wait, he has no clue how to write? Gee, I'm shocked.
universe, only to have the world reconstructed into what it is today.
Why do all the dudes look like they go and get a mullet hairstyle, then they stick their finger in a fucking socket?
Xehanort's a bit of a scientist, and this gets him thinking. What would happen if the galaxy got destroyed again? Unfortunately, there's no way to test this theoretically. He's got to get practical. An aging Xehanort shares his idea with Ericus, both of them now Keyblade Masters.
By playing the mobile game.
Ericus tells him that he's nuts, and Xehanort departs to...
This is why someone paid $100 for me to watch, because they wanted to just see my brain fucking melt. Cutscenes in I've never played the first Kingdom Hearts. I mean, I have to say, and I will stand by this, I wasn't just trying to placate people who like it. The gameplay and combat is pretty fucking solid. I would be lying if I said anything otherwise, but I just is like, And it's not even that I'm a big story guy, but it's like, it's just word salad to me. I slapped Chris Rock again because of the birds.
Try to relax your anus.
This is your life now.
Basically.
Pursue his goals on his own. Xehanort takes a boy named Ventus as his apprentice, but the boy turns out to be kind of a pushover. Xehanort tries to make the best of the situation by directly extracting all of the darkness out of Ventus's heart, creating a separate being that he dubs Vanitas. If Xehanort can get the two to fight, it will provide the equal and opposite clash of light and darkness that he needs to generate the X-Blade. However, Ven's heart is left a shattered mess as a result of Xehanort's haphazard operation. Xehanort, unsure of what to do with him, goes to visit his old homeworld of Destiny Islands. There, Ven's heart briefly comes into contact with a disembodied heart on its way
Why is his head as big as his body?
to a newborn child. This heart offers some of its
Oh, he's a newborn child. That makes sense. Of course, with a hairstyle.
strength to Ven, allowing him to wake up. However, Ven is still weak, has amnesia, and in general is not Vanitas' equal in any way. Xehanort leaves Ven to train with Ericus instead, alongside Ericus' other two students, Terra and Aqua. Several years later, Ven has become close friends with the other two apprentices. However, a rift forms in the group when Aqua is declared a master after her final exam, and Terra is not. Ericus denies Terra the title on the grounds that he doesn't have control over the darkness inside him. Xehanort, who swears he's totally given up on the whole Kingdom Hearts and universe destruction thing, feeds on Terra's insecurities and says that he can teach him how to master the darkness within himself. Terra leaves
Nice placement of the faces there. That makes sense.
on a mission for Xehanort. Vanitas covertly goads Ven into following Terra, and Ericus orders Aqua to stop Ven because he's still pretty sure that Xehanort is up to something, and that this is all part of his master plan. And part of Xehanort's plan it is! For starters, he needs Ven trained and strong so that he and Vanitas will be equals. He also wants Terra teeming with darkness because Xehanort is getting up there in years and he could use a nice, strong young body like Terra's. Fortunately,
They just show like a muscular, strapping man right there. He just flashed that picture in there real
Terra
quick.
gets wise to the fact that a guy who looks like this might be a bit evil. Eventually, Ericus attempts to kill Ven to prevent Xehanort's plan from coming
Yo, are those faces, those facial animations from the PS2 era? That's pretty impressive.
to fruition, but Terra, not understanding his master's intent, intervenes to save his friend. Xehanort uses this opportunity to kill Ericus. Finally, the three students unite to get their revenge on Xehanort. Terra successfully beats the crap out of Xehanort, but unfortunately, Xehanort is still able to shove his own heart into Terra's chest and claim Terra's body as his own.
Well, that's exactly what I thought would happen. Yes.
Hand jobs all around. Hand jobs all around.
Maybe because the THC is kicking in, but I'm just picturing like a bunch of Pats with this big giant afro hair just like,
Hand jobs all around.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Elsewhere, Ventus and Vanitas face off. Their bodies merge and the X-Blade is almost forged, but Ventus and Vanitas have a fight inside their own heart and Ventus wins, destroying the X-Blade. Unfortunately, their fight is so radical that it literally shatters Ven's heart and he goes comatose. Aqua only makes it out alive through the help of another Keyblade master in training, King Mickey. Mickey's master, Yen Sid, is unable to help Ven, so Aqua decides to hide her friend's body until he's healed. She also inherits Ericus' Keyblade. Aqua runs into Xehanort, now possessing Terra's body. She fights with him in an attempt to free her friend, but ultimately fails. Aqua is trapped in another realm with no way out, and Xehanort is left on a world called Radiant Garden. Here he is found by Ansem the Wise, the leader of Radiant Garden and a scientist with a great deal of interest in the heart. Xehanort becomes one of his many apprentices, feigning amnesia to gain the scientist's trust and sympathy. Meanwhile, a young boy on Destiny Islands by the name of Sora feels a disturbance.
Well, DSP's lore, you could always... This is just word salad.
You see, the heart that helped Ven out before...
He has a large head. If he's supposed to be a baby or a toddler, that's fine.
...was Sora's heart, and Sora's heart still has a connection to Ven's.
But that's a little kid, and his body doesn't look...
He can tell something is amiss, so he offers...
His head doesn't look like bigger than his body.
...refuge to Ven's damaged heart so that it can heal up. Meanwhile, King Mickey is flying around the galaxy and fighting evil and stuff. He befriends Ansem the Wise.
But how does Mickey even get fucking involved in this? Like, how did How do you even talk? It's just like, are they just there? It just makes no fucking sense. It makes no fucking sense, and that's exactly why you wanted me to watch it. They could just throw in Gabe Newell as the overlord of the hearts, and it would just totally make sense, because why not?
Wise, but both of them are growing wary of Xehanort, who wants to push his experimentation on the heart further. Eventually...
King of what? What is Mickey king of? That's what I'm saying, okay? How did he become king? How did all, like...
The apprentices overthrow Ansem and take control of Radiant Garden themselves. Ansem survives this coup and escapes, but Xehanort is now free to experiment as much as he likes, and he starts using himself...
Why does his hair look like that? Why does he have that hair? Like, do you know how much work that must take in the fucking morning to make your hair look like that? I'm telling you, they just go get mullets and then they just electrocute themselves and boom, the magic fucking happens. Dude, it's just, I mean, I kind of like how Elden Ring and Souls games do it, where it's somewhat it's nonsensical, but like you could like pick the parts, you know, and you could, like, if you want to go find lore on YouTube or whatever, you could go, and sometimes I used to listen to it while playing a game. This is just like, they have these huge ass cutscenes, and I still have no idea what's going on.
And the other apprentices as test subjects. Xehanort decides they'd all be better off as nobodies, since they wouldn't have to worry about pesky emotions.
Goddamn
so they all
Xehanort.
turn into nobodies, and Xehanort actually gets a special humanoid Heartless instead of the normal monster-looking one. This Heartless decides to call itself Ansem, for the sake of providing a plot twist later in the series. Because doing this recap with two characters who have the same name would be stupid, I'm gonna call this Ansem, Ansem, and I'll call this Ansem Billy Zane. Because he was voiced by Billy Zane in the first Kingdom Hearts game. It's a layered joke. So a little while later, a lady named Maleficent is looking for a new place to live because Aqua screwed up her
Everyone's saying that's kind of a normal thing, Willie. Sorry, my foot was itching.
last gig. She gains the power to command the Heartless and leads an attack on Radiant Garden. Most of the citizens are killed, but a few, including Sid, Squall, Cloud, Yuffie, Aerith, Tifa, and Merlin, all manage to escape to another world called Traverse Town. A young girl named Kairi is temporarily lost in the void between worlds.
Rich, don't ask, no one knows. In order to understand, you have to play the first 3 versions of the first game as well as the mobile game. I need more seltzer. If I can open it.
Worlds, but she eventually washes up on the shore of Destiny Islands, suffering amnesia and knowing nothing of the world she came from. Fast forward 10 years. The Heartless are spreading en masse and destroying an unprecedented amount of worlds. King Mickey, now a Keyblade Master, departs to try and find the source of the issue, and dispatches his court magician, Donald Duck, and the captain of the Royal Knights, Goofy, to find another Keyblade wielder who could...
But why? How did they get to these positions? Like, you can't just... There has to be a fucking story.
Help fight against whatever malignant force is at work. He hopes that this Keyblade wielder will be able to protect what worlds remain by sealing off the keyholes to these worlds.
Got an extra birthday gift right there.
You remember keyholes, right? The hearts of all worlds are behind them? I know it's hard to keep track of this, but I'm trying to explain everything quickly, alright? Elsewhere, Kairi has become best friends with Sora and another boy named Riku, and all 3 of them dream of seeing other worlds, just like someone else we've talked about. Unfortunately, the Heartless destroy Destiny Islands, and Sora wakes up on Traverse Town, unsure if anyone else from his home even made it out alive. In the last 10 years, Traverse Town has turned into a refugee camp of sorts for those whose worlds have been destroyed by the Heartless. Sora soon discovers he has gained the ability to wield a Keyblade, and Donald...
But why? Why?
Goofy find him and convince him to accompany them on their adventure. They discover that the Keyblade can be used to seal a world's keyhole, meaning they can protect worlds from being destroyed by the Heartless. They travel around sealing the keyholes of various worlds, and Sora doesn't give up hope that his friends are still out there somewhere. Eventually, they bump into Riku, who is now working for Maleficent.
Oh, of course they bumped into Riku. Kingdom Hearts is cancer. This is a PSA. Thank you.
In hopes of restoring Kairi's heart. See, he managed to find Kairi's body, but for some reason her heart has gone missing in the aftermath of Destiny Island's destruction, leaving...
Let him explain. You think my stoned ass is going to keep up with all this? You think the person that donated $100 is thinking I have the cognitive ability to keep? Of course not. They know I'm a fucking Neanderthal, and that's what they goddamn paid for.
Her effectively lifeless. But wait, you may be saying, when someone loses their heart, don't they become a nobody or some junk? Well, you're right. You see, unbeknownst to Sora or Riku or even Kairi herself, Kairi is one of the 7
These fucking names. Got that right, Rich.
princesses of heart.
Exactly. Metal Gear Pony was the one who ponied up. Ah, see what I did there? Corny fucking terrible humor. That sucked. You knew I wasn't going to understand this shit?
7 maidens whose hearts are full of pure light. They have no darkness inside them. As such, Kairi is incapable of generating a heartless or a nobody. Maleficent wants to get Kairi's heart back since she's going to use all 7 princesses to access Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, a long story on how that one works. I won't get into it. The heroes head to the ruins of Radiant Garden and beat up Maleficent, but as Sora reaches Kairi, he's cut off by...
Who is Maleficent?
Riku, who is looking especially evil and possessed today. Turns out Billy Zane was actually behind Maleficent's whole scheme to access Kingdom Hearts, and he was using her to continue the work his original self, Xehanort, was so hell-bent on. Billy Zane reveals that Kairi's heart wound up inside Sora during the destruction of Destiny Islands. Sora uses a special weapon to release both his and Kairi's hearts from his body. Remember this because this is super important. Kairi's heart returns to her body, but Sora is transformed into a Heartless. Riku breaks free of Billy Zane's control long enough to hold him back, allowing...
Why is he called Billy Zane? I know he said it before.
Donald, Goofy, and Kairi to escape. The Heartless form of Sora catches up, and Kairi restores him to his human form, because she's a princess of heart and has light magic? Man, I don't know, just roll with it. Billy Zane banishes Riku to the realm
Rich, watch.
of darkness.
We're already halfway there. We're already halfway there.
Fortunately for Riku, King Mickey is already there as part of his mission to stop Billy Zane. He asks Riku to team up with him.
What
the heroes
phase?
discover that Billy Zane is destroying worlds to summon, you guessed it, Kingdom Hearts. Specifically, he is after one of 3 Kingdom Heartses. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention there are 3 of these things? Well, there's the one true Kingdom Hearts, the one we've been talking about previously that's a
Billy Zane is the actor who played him. Okay.
repository for all the hearts of worlds and people. But there's 2 lesser Kingdom Hearts.
There wasn't a face. There was a face. I'm talking to someone here while watching this. That face was towards me trying to understand it. This shit, Ashley. I'm trying to...
One that contains the hearts of all worlds and one that contains the hearts of all men. Look, man, don't ask me, ask the people who wrote this game. The destruction of...
People who wrote this game don't even understand. It's just like, yo, we have the Disney IP. Make a game with good gameplay and just add story. Run. Money now. That's exactly what it is.
Of so many worlds has created a wasteland called the End of the World, a dark conglomeration of all the worlds the Heartless have destroyed. Once in a...
Those poor jurors. I would look for any excuse to get off that fucking jury. I would look for any excuse. They don't, and they probably don't even understand what they're getting into. They're all going to need deep psychological, like, mental health inpatient probably after that fucking jury duty.
Enough worlds are destroyed, and thusly enough of them are all gathered in one compact place, a door that leads to the hearts of all worlds will appear. Billy Zane believes that everything at its base nature is dark and evil and so on, and thusly reasons that Kingdom Hearts should be
Isn't Billy Zane the dude from Titanic?
full of darkness. He's in for a nasty shock
Imagine Rich with that hair. How do you know I don't have
when
it?
he opens the door and is killed by a direct blast of light. Haha, idiot, killed by the power of peace and love. But as it turns out, Kingdom Hearts is actually in the realm of darkness somewhere, and there's now an open door leading right to it.
Oh, of course there is.
Just as a bunch of powerful Heartless from the realm of darkness come lumbering towards the other side, Riku and King Mickey show up. Turns out this door can only be locked from both sides. Mickey and Riku seal themselves on one side, while Sora locks it from the other. Now that they've killed Billy Zane, destroyed the end of the world, and sealed up Kingdom Hearts, the
Banhole who understands this, the serial killers.
worlds that were destroyed by the Heartless spring back to life. Kairi has to go home without Sora, though, who aims to find and rescue Mickey and Riku alongside Donald and Goofy. Okay, so remember how I told you that this was important? Well, when Sora and Kairi's hearts left Sora's body, that actually created two separate nobodies. They're both weirder than normal nobodies, though. The one generated by
They're weirder than
Kairi's heart is a girl
nobodies.
named Namine. Since princesses of heart normally can't even make nobodies,
How is this for fucking kid? What kid is going to understand this fucking story? Well, he was trying to write himself out of a corner. Yeah, probably pretty much.
she winds up with some weird powers. She can manipulate the memories of Sora and those important to him. Also, unlike other nobodies, she actually has feelings, maybe? It's unclear. The other one is Roxas, who is generated by Sora's heart and Ven's heart, which remember, was inside of Sora's heart, and yeah, I know my brain is about ready to collapse too. Since Ven's heart was involved, Roxas looks exactly like Ven. Also, he has feelings, maybe? It's unclear. By this point, all of those apprentices from way back when have been nobodies for about 10.
Of course he has chops. Dude, and it's just like college binge YouTube videos, and I didn't have YouTube when I was college binging. I didn't have any. God, man. I envy you motherfuckers going to school now.
10 years. After a decade of not being able to feel emotion, they've decided that maybe this wasn't their best decision. They, along with other nobodies that they've recruited, form Organization 13, and they work to get hearts and be human again. Two recent recruits to the organization, Larxene and Marluxia, decide that they want to overthrow the organization's leadership. For reasons? And they figure that Sora would be helpful. Marluxia lures
You know that the writers aren't filling in any of the plot twists with this shit. At all.
our heroes to Castle Oblivion.
There are all these anime shits are like this.
There he forces Naminé to manipulate Sora's memories along with the memories of Donald and Goofy. Eventually, they forget almost everything about their lives before they arrived in Castle Oblivion, and Marluxia forces Naminé to plant some fake memories to try and trick Sora into following Marluxia. Naminé manages to warn Sora of Marluxia's scheme, and Sora beats the bad guys. Naminé offers to fix the trio's memories, but warns them that it'll take a whole lot.
Breasts and farts, yes.
Breasts.
Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus.
That's on. They agree to do it anyway, and she puts them into stasis so that she can put their minds back together. Meanwhile, Riku and Mickey escape from the realm of darkness with the help of a man named Diz, who totally is not secretly Ansem the Wise in disguise. Riku is feeling pretty sorry for himself after all the stupid stuff he did in the last game, but the past just won't let him go. No, really, like, there's a ghost of Billy Zane living inside him, and now Riku has all these crazy dark powers. However, Riku beats up the Billy Zane ghost and decides he's gonna do the best he can to use his new dark powers for good. Elsewhere, Roxas is recruited into the ranks of Organization 13. Xehanort's nobody, Xemnas, has become the leader of the organization, and he's planning on getting everybody new hearts using Kingdom Hearts. Shocker. This time around, though, he's using the heart of all men.
I've never played Portal 2. I played Portal 1. It was alright.
And the plan is to fill it to bursting with hearts. Hopefully, Kingdom Hearts will be grateful and grant them all hearts in exchange. Yeah, apparently Kingdom Hearts is sentient? I don't get it either. But to fill Kingdom Hearts, you need a Keyblade. Double.
You know this story is confusing. When people who are putting up videos to try to decipher the story cannot decipher the story.
Shocker, right? As it turns out, while you can technically defeat Heartless with conventional weaponry, they aren't truly and permanently defeated unless you do it with a Keyblade, because it frees the heart inside the Heartless and delivers it unto the heart of all men. Fortunately,
okay, that's exactly what I thought was going to happen.
Roxas, being the nobody of Sora, has a Keyblade. Thusly, it's Roxas's job to kill Heartless and fill the heart of all men. Well, Roxas and also a girl named Xion. Xion here isn't actually a real girl, though. Unbeknownst to most of the organization, even to Xion herself, she's a replica, basically the Kingdom Hearts version of a test tube baby or a clone. Xion can use a Keyblade because much of the data that was used to construct her is made up of memories that the organization stole from Sora. Once again, don't ask how on earth they did that, because I haven't got a clue. Xion starts to have dreams about Sora since she literally has his memories stored in her brain. Seeking answers, she encounters Riku. Riku is now working for Diz, who still totally isn't Ansem the Wise in disguise.
What the living fuck? I have...
Diz is trying to help Naminé restore Sora's memories, but she can't finish since Xion has some of Sora's memories inside of her. Turns out that was part of the reason the organization made Xion at all, to prevent Sora from waking up. Riku tries to convince Xion to
These fucking
sacrifice herself to wake Sora up, but Xion can't commit because she's made friends with Roxas and another member of the organization, Axel. Yeah, Axel is this redhead and he has feelings, maybe? It's unclear. But after about...
No, this is worse than a bad Saturday morning cartoon, without question. In spades.
About a year's worth of killing Heartless and eating ice cream, Xion defects to go along with Riku's plan. Roxas defects for his own reasons shortly after she does.
And my thing, what kills me about these games is that the gameplay is actually really good, but there's no way I could suffer through this story. Not only is there way too much of it, it doesn't even make sense. So you sit there with all these fucking cutscenes. For what?
However, Xemnas recaptures Xion and decides there can only be one, either her or Roxas.
Oh
Xion
my
agrees to
God.
fight, but she doesn't plan to win. She plans to let Roxas kill her, thusly returning her to Sora. Xion gets her wish. Roxas kills his best friend in self-defense, and the memories stored within her return to Sora. Roxas, on the other hand, finally understanding the...
Ashley just made my day. Thank you. Kind of. That's how I feel, son of a pirate. That's how I feel.
full scope of what was going on, goes back to get revenge on Xemnas.
Frankenberry, what the fuck are you talking about?
Riku stops him halfway, knowing that Roxas isn't strong enough to take out Xemnas on his own. Plus, he needs Roxas to return to Sora as well in order for Sora's healing process to be complete. Roxas isn't exactly a fan of this plan, but Riku manages to take Roxas down and deliver him to Diz. The two of them trap Roxas in a digital world to keep him pacified until Naminé has finished restoring the last of Sora's memories. The organization dispatches Axel to try and terminate Roxas, who is now Axel's only living best friend.
How long do you think it takes to do that hair in the morning? I think... No wonder why these guys are angry. They probably spend like 4 fucking hours a day just styling their hair.
Axel goes out of his way to try and bring Roxas back peacefully, but is ultimately forced to try and kill him. Roxas defends himself, and Axel, more than a little happy to have failed, retreats. Roxas finally comes face to face with Sora, and having no other options left, resigns to return to him. Sora, Donald, and Goofy wake up after a year of being asleep. They meet Yensid, Mickey's old master, who sends them to stop organization...
Wait, spent 30 trying to explain the story? This story? On a first date? Yeah, male, female, doesn't matter. If someone's sitting there trying to explain to you a Kingdom Hearts story on the first date, you goddamn run. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Why are you explaining this shit to me?
13's plans to turn people into Heartless by force. Along the way, they also assist the crew from Traverse Town in rebuilding the ruins of Radiant Garden. Meanwhile, Axel is getting pretty fed up with the organization's crap himself. Deciding that he'd just like to see his best friend again, he starts scheming about how to separate Sora and Roxas once more. He decides to use Kairi as leverage against Sora. Kairi is still back on Destiny Islands when Axel shows up offering to take her to Sora, but she's suspicious. He eventually kidnaps her, but doesn't have her for long. Another member of the organization, Syax, also wants to use Kairi as leverage against Sora, since they still need him to kill a bunch of Heartless to fill up the hearts of all men. Syax imprisons Kairi instead. Sora, now aware that the organization has Kairi hostage, eventually finds a secret path to their lair. On this path, he, Donald, Goofy, and Mickey are ambushed by nobodies, but Axel appears. Feeling remorse for what he did to Kairi and
oh, thank God Axel's there.
Feeling the same emotional connection to Sora that he did to Roxas, he kills all the nobodies in a single kamikaze attack. As he fades away, he points them towards the organization's stronghold in the world that never was. As Sora and crew make their way into the organization's stronghold, Riku and Naminé manage to free Kairi from captivity. Riku and Kairi meet up with Sora as Mickey meets up with Diz, who— whoa, what? It's Ansem the Wise! Ansem, who's a real new age all-digital kind of guy, uses a machine he's devised to extract hearts contained within Kingdom Hearts and convert them to data. His machine eventually overloads and explodes, apparently killing him. The group finally confronts Xemnas. After Sora and Riku defeat him, everyone is finally able to return home, at peace, knowing that they've saved the galaxy and there isn't anything else to worry about blissfully unaware that they're part of a major video game franchise that will inevitably get a sequel. Mickey, Donald, and Goofy come across evidence that Ven, Aqua, and Terra might still be out there, and they might be able to rescue them somehow. Also, Yen Sid suspects that Xehanort had enough contingency plans that he's still totally a problem, even though they've seemingly killed both remaining versions of him. Yen Sid is right, as it turns out that when you kill both someone's nobody and their heartless, there's a good chance that the original person will be reformed! Don't even ask me how this is supposed to work. I'm pretty convinced it was only done to bring back fan-favorite characters from the organization. But anyway, several members of the organization are revived in their old human forms. Makes you wonder why they even bothered with Kingdom Hearts when the real solution was just to kill all heartless and then kill themselves. What I'm saying is that this game is stupid. But anyway, aside from the fact that the original Xehanort is now being reformed because Billy Zane and Xemnas are both dead, he can also time travel. That's right, kiddies! Xehanort learned how to time travel from a future version of himself, and oh wow, this game is really stupid. Like, really stupid. So yeah, Xehanort can time travel to any point where another version of himself exists. His final contingency plan is to send several versions of himself from throughout time to the same point in time, join a few of his loyal followers, and go back to the original dang plan.
Pretty much.
Recreate the Keyblade War by having a small army of himself and his followers clash with Sora and his crew, thusly forging the X-Blade and allowing for one final shot at the main original Kingdom Hearts. And there you have it, the setup for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Give me like 2 seconds. Well, hold on, let me do this
And
video.
everything that came before it. Or at least the factual, basic list of things that happened throughout the games. When you break it down like this, the entire series sounds soulless and needlessly complicated. Well, the needlessly complicated part is true. Primarily because of this game. This game is bad, but I digress. The reasons that I enjoy this series so much, and I'm sure the reason why many other fans enjoy it, are the things that we barely even touched upon in a straightforward recap of the plot of these games. Despite the simple terms that I've described them with in this video, the villains are fun and energized, the protagonists have interesting relationships and character arcs, and
it's just so confusing.
the games are bright and colorful. The plot has been complicated, and in many cases outright broken, by its continual expansion over the last 10 years. But in most of the games, especially in the case of the first game, the self-contained story told on each disc, or DS cartridge, is usually a sensical, well-told, character-driven experience that is worth going through yourself. Except for this one. This one sucks.
Okay. I'll be right back in a second. My son peed. I need to go deal with that. So, class, what have you learned today? Not a fucking thing. I apologize.
They'll pay for this.
Yeah, it's crazy it's over $1 billion, but you ain't gonna win shit.
I'm already half Xehanort.
That's nuts!
That was undeniable proof that we totally owned you, lamers.
Whatever you're talking about, I don't care. Put Buzz back the way he was.
That's an awful Tom Hanks.
Then get lost.
Or else what, Toy?
You're stupid! No. Xion. Who else will I have ice cream with?
How am I gonna...
What? That wasn't really a line. That was not really a line. Mexicali Blue.
I'm gonna face everyone. Like this?
Say, fellas, did somebody mention the door to darkness?
Let's watch like at least 2 more of these. You got to remember, someone paid $100 for me to watch these, and they are somewhat entertaining, I must say.
No, please don't. I don't want to.
Goodbye.
I apologize, everyone, about the my son peed his pants session, but welcome to parenting, so I had to deal with that.
Because I'm you. No, I'm me. I'm me, he says.
Because I remember you exceedingly well. Although, it's those memories I'd soon erase.
Now, why is his hair like cotton candy color? What is going on right here? Like, he does not look intimidating at all.
I don't know what you're saying.
Money.
I have you now, Peter Pan. Today's the day I shall be rid of you forever.
I'm busy right now, Hook. We're on an expedition. Can't I show you up some other day?
You'll show me up now.
Wait a sec.
What do you mean, blame my son? He did. He peed himself like Jeremy.
I was peed in my basement.
That's exactly. I got a text. My brother is like, yeah, Michael peed himself. I'm like, oh, no. At least he didn't. The bed is bone dry. Thank God. I probably would have had to stop the stream at that point.
Second, are you Maleficent?
Hey, I didn't catch your name. Dream Eaters. That's a weird name.
Not me. Them.
Oh, that was someone else's hair. I thought he shit himself. Yes, I had to clean the pee in Jeremy's basement. You nailed it. Jeremy's peeing in my basement right now.
Hey!
Tron? They really had Tron in this motherfucker?
Yes!
Hold my ring.
I'm a fool.
Yes, the fuck you are.
But Aqua, she's like Sora.
What?
Guys do for fun.
Aladdin for the Sega Genesis is a fucking banger. Excellent game. My imaginary black husband just peed the basement too. Oh, that's where Jeremy got it from.
This is your life now.
Hold on.
Sora,
have you finally decided to call upon the darkness?
What? Do you know how popular I am?
I wish I could be in a video game.
Do you...
Nope.
Huh? Who?
Yeah, the music is excellent. I will say that. So that's what happens, like, the quartering's imaginary black dad. Is that what happens during, like, Thanksgiving? You, Jeremy, the black dads, the white dad, you all just get naked and just, like, pee on the turkey before you... That's how you baste it.
I was peed in my basement.
Did I miss this super chat? No, we're going to watch the I Did Nothing Wrong. We're going to watch, like...
Then.
A few more of these. It's only fair.
Huh?
You know what I mean?
I feel so metropolitan. Cosmopolitan?
Got an idea?
And it might even be a good one, too. Hold on.
Sure. Take your time.
Ask your heart. See if it's got a clue.
Well, my heart was aching. That's why I kept going.
Oh, thank you, Sora's heart.
Kyrie's inside me?
This is the strangest shit ever.
According to my list, Sora, 7 years
This is your life now.
ago, you told...
This is your life now. And he just kept repeating. Like, that was his exact answer to my, like, hey, man, great show. How you doing? Why are you being an SJW and trying to cancel me and making up lies about me? And he literally, this was his reaction. Don't believe me. You go watch the stream.
This is your life now. This is your life now. This is your life now. This is your life now.
Or you could just trust me, and that's literally what happened.
Told everyone you did not believe in Santa Claus. Ooh, that is unfortunate.
Did you forget who you're talking to? I am the Lord of the Dead!
No wonder no one wants to
Yeah, I saw that before Night Break Dreamer.
die.
Whoa!
They really put a lot into their
Talking
music.
gargoyles?
That walking balloon over there has a heart. At least that's the nonsense I'm supposed to believe.
Dreams. And now darkness within darkness awaits you.
What? No!
Not my thighs! Stay away from my thighs!
Can't get loose!
I don't understand what's going on.
But why?
I'm 40 and what is this? Welcome to my world. Who else am I going to have ice cream with? Like, yeah, that's the first thing you think of if someone's, like, about to die. Ah, you just pee in your basement then. All right, that's a heartwarming holiday.
You're not real. Huh? I'm the real one. Aren't you my past self? From when Ansem possessed me? Oh. No. You beat Ansem and you're still here.
What the fuck is even going on? What? Did he just come out of his ass? Yes, he just came out of his ass.
This guy is me. I knew it. It's a replica.
He literally shit himself.
A soon-to-be empty vessel. I've been waiting for a chance like this.
Hey!
How do these stories
What are you doing?
get greenlit?
Take the vessel!
No. The world
Looks like-
already has you.
It looks like he has the nano suit on from Crisis.
There's someone else who needs the replica more. You know who I mean. Oh. Namine, you're saving her.
Disney is very involved in this, yeah. They have like all of the... Crisis Remastered is such a... It's... It's really just like... I don't know. At least the multi-core performance is better. Like the original Crisis only really ran on 2 threads. But it's still... It's like they purposely unoptimized it to try to have the can it run Crisis meme go on longer.
Good luck.
Some fucking fever dream shit, man. Hey, that's kind of sound like Ben Shapiro. Now Tarzan's in. Like, how like they're just bringing it all? Like, yo, we got the license. Let's just make the money.
Huh?
It's all
Well, that was fucking violent.
always about your friends, isn't it?
At least I have some.
There's no context to the actual game.
Jumping!
This is what happens when you go against my wishes.
Make certain the box's contents match what's on the label.
Come on, Goofy! Let's get going! We gotta forget things faster!
It probably means they split this world in 2. Your friends in one world, us in the other. Only one of the worlds is real, and the other is just really convincing.
You can't be serious. Oh, that's right. You're from a video game.
Sorry, Mommy. Your poopsies are toast.
Thought you said her titties are toast. You had a bomb threat at your workplace. ATF SWAT bomb squads, and it turns out that every college in the state was hit with a bomb threat. Yo, they better find that motherfucker. Jesus Christ.
I was that handsome.
No fanfare?
This must be where those little men live.
Gee, I just don't know.
I love how like they have to make sure that Goofy is smiling. It's on the brink of death, and he's just smiling like an asshole.
Her heart was full of light. Why didn't I see it? What did you do? I can hardly tell she's the same person.
Who are you?
was a test to see if your data version
That's insane, Google.
was ready to face the hurt that you carry inside.
Was I ready? I do know hurt.
Too bad, Sora. You can fight me all you want, but I still won't remember a thing.
I wish for you to have this, Sora.
Huh?
Okay.
Oh! How interesting. I've never seen a mouse like you before.
Mouse?
A nobody doesn't have a right to know. Nor does it even have the right to be.
But what is a nobody?
Diz, we're out of time. Too many nobodies.
It's just Pirates of the Caribbean. They're just throwing everything.
Where's he hiding?
Hey, I thought I was the only one you were going to tell?
Don't worry. I've saved plenty of Fitzherberty secrets just for you.
I asked a wizard named Merlin to bring me here from another world. After all, adventure is the mother of industry, eh?
Great! That all?
His name is Riku? And you know him?
Yeah. Well, I know him.
I've never seen you before. Your
What the fuck is going on?
name?
I'm Sora.
Such disgusting attire.
Sora, Donald, Goofy, you're hired.
Yes!
At this point, I still had no idea that I was talking to myself.
No! Donald! No!
You would not believe the bureaucracy involved with these things. Name?
Terra.
Kind of earthy, but all right.
What in the world? Where are we?
Zeta Flare is the most powerful. This is getting weird. What the fuck, Rich? You are one of the best streamers. I enjoy your content. You make my days better. Dude, I'm confused. I'm trying to keep up.
Oh my gosh! Have we been shrunk?
Yes.
Would you like to join me, Sora?
Sure, I'm game. Huh?
Like, they don't need to bring in every single character. They don't need to bring it in. That's where I think, like, I get so baffled. Like, you can have some Disney characters that fit in it, but you don't need to have every single fucking one. It's the best part. I kind of don't agree. Like, I mean, it's funny, but it just is like, you just can't tie the story into everything. It's almost like I said, a 13-year-old's writing it, and they're just like, whatever they feel like. It's like they're at a cheap Chinese buffet where they have hot dogs to dumplings, and they're just dumping everything in their plate and trying to make a story out of it.
Look! Something's glowing. That seems
Except Song of the South. I'm not sure what you mean.
suspiciously convenient.
With my powers, I can put a
Kingdom Hearts is Disney. Square Enix just made it, but it's a core of a Disney game. That's why so many people are in it. Tron too. Okay.
tight lock on your heart. That way,
Oh, the mouse.
Ansem could never come out from inside you.
I suppose I should thank you.
Not at all.
Fine.
What the fuck? That's amazing. His bad breath just knocked it. Winnie the Pooh is your life.
This is your life now.
Somebody tell me how I got so small!
I ask myself that question every day.
Whoa! It's doing something! Hey, is that a real laugh?
Why, hello down there, Sora. I've been waiting.
You do know you can wait on the ground, right?
Darkness is the heart's true nature.
Whatever you're talking about, I don't care.
Oh, man! I was this close!
Well, that's life.
Basically, we can decipher Ansem's code more quickly, and we can analyze the virtual Twilight Town while we're at it.
Okay, great. I can't computer, so do that.
Glad you're following along.
Hey, I'll even throw in a cappuccino.
No thanks.
Okay.
When'd you know?
I knew when I met you. You and Kyrie smell the same.
What the fuck is that?
Aren't you my past self? From when Ansem possessed me? Oh. No. You beat Ansem and you're still here. This guy is me.
Oh, how dare you! Back off, you fiend! You'll not be getting my money!
Hey guys, I need some help!
Huh?
Sora can know and Phil definitely can't. Phil, change your hard drive. There's no way! Phil, it's literally SATA. You have the power SATA cable, you have the data SATA cable. It's two fucking cables. It's two cables, Phil. Put a SATA drive in there. You're good to go.
What's the problem?
This.
Bravo, Riku. Why can't he be this quick on the uptake?
Yeah.
See, that's the main reality of Phil with the computer, like I said yesterday. He really, with some bare minimum PC skills, he really doesn't need a new computer. That's really the meat and potatoes of the thing, too. If everything's working on it and it's just a hard drive issue, dude, hard drives die in new fucking computers. It happens.
Well, Sora's a little...
Wait! Wow! Nobody move! I dropped my contact!
Things should be the size of a fucking...
I don't think Boo's gonna get it, Mike.
Do you get it?
Yeah, it's 'cause his eye's so big. The joke is, you can't lose a contact the size of a dinner plate.
Oh, well, he said the same thing I said.
About time we got some grub.
Hey, no cutting!
Get out!
Hey, Sora! Hello, goodbye! Oh. Nominate?
That isn't...
I'm proud that I'm embracing. I'm tolerating. Because I was paid to do so, and I'm confused. Being honest.
me. I'm not there. I don't really exist inside your heart. I don't exist in anyone's heart. I never have existed anywhere.
But Aqua, she's like Sora.
What?
No. Strong like Sora.
13 Xehanorts?
No! No, thank you!
The Heartless obey me now, Sora. Now I have nothing to fear.
You're stupid!
Sora?
Jiminy Cricket, Jesus Christ, I haven't thought about him since like 1986.
That was no way to...
Keep it to yourself!
Holy shit.
My guess is no one's ever loved you before. Because you know nothing about hearts and love.
But if these Traverse Towns were parallel worlds...
It's censoring knees. Oh, it's censoring knees.
And time would flow the same in both. But it doesn't. Ergo, they are not parallel worlds.
You mean there's a past and a future?
No. Impossible.
This is absurd!
Maybe they just need you to open your heart and listen. I don't know, Riku. You say some weird stuff sometimes.
Over here, Sully!
Close it, quick!
I have no idea what the fuck is going on in this place. How much money for you to dress like Sora? That would be like $1,000. Where the fuck would I even find the outfit for my large ass too on top of it? So it would be some work, so yes. $1,000 easily. It's not the act of wearing it. Well, we'll watch this. We'll watch one more few-minute one, because again, someone paid, and then we'll move on to other things.
Oh! Oh, hello. Who are you?
Aren't you
I'm a man.
With an ass.
started?
Magnificent Roxas and over the whole task and all that. She filled the whole cornerstone with tiny bags and she's kind of full of
So you have come this far, and still you understand nothing.
No, I don't understand a fucking thing. Alright, we'll do another...
3 Kingdom Hearts collections are almost here. From Kingdom Hearts...
Here we go.
Hey everyone, get ready for a new nerd episode, but first, a word about our...
We'll clean it up with this, and then we'll go on to some other shit, just to make their money's worth.
Sponsor, ExpressVPN. Just in case you didn't know, a VPN is a virtual private network. It's a service that encrypts your internet data and protects your online identity. There's an ExpressVPN program for your computer, an app for your mobile device, and a plugin for your browser. It's very easy to set up. Just download the program, open it up, choose your virtual location, and click the big button. I use ExpressVPN because, honestly, privacy is important to me and to you as well. It's also a good value considering it's less than $7 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take back your internet privacy today and find out how you can get 3 months free by clicking the link in the description box, expressvpn.com/cinemassacre. That's expressvpn.com/cinemassacre.
Yeah, we could do some Karen
Massacre for 3 months free with a 1-year package. Again, please visit expressvpn.com/cinemassacre to learn more.
This will probably end up being like a good, close to 2 hours. I think that's a fair deal for the $100.
Take back your internet privacy today. But now, let's get chronologically confused. Let's take a trip back to the early 2000s. PlayStation 2, GameCube, and original Xbox are duking it out, but let's not get into...
Yeah, well, look at what Meta did with the Quest. That's so like, what the fuck?
All that console wars shit right now. So anyway, Square Enix, which was still called Squaresoft at the time, is the RPG master. With the long-running success of their Final Fantasy series and hot off the release of Final Fantasy X, the company makes an announcement that at the time...
There's a lot of them, man. I know that's kind of a cop-out, but...
Time hit the world with shock and confusion. Enter Kingdom Hearts, an ambitious crossover between the Final Fantasy universe and Disney. Yeah, Disney. If you were to see screenshots of the game in magazines at the time, you'd think it was a joke, but it wasn't. In fact, it was a big success, and it was followed by Kingdom Hearts 2 in 2005. And since then, everybody's been waiting for the third game, but little did they know it wouldn't be out for 13 years. Now,
yes, you can get breasts in the intro guy for
Breasts.
Happy birthday, by the way.
I'll admit, I haven't played
Do you sleep, Nick? It's a question. No, I actually don't sleep, Nick.
Any of the games so far, but with all the hype surrounding it, and with the third game right around the corner, I was wondering, is it worth getting into? I mean, there's not that much to catch up with. There's only 3 games, right? Yeah, well. Kingdom Hearts is a massive series with about 20 games altogether, containing sequels, prequels, remakes, HD remasters, and even concerts. If you think you can play just the main 3 games and know what's up, then think again. The first game starts off simple enough. It tells the story of a boy named Sora who lives on the Destiny Islands with his friends. The group dreams of leaving the islands and exploring new worlds, but one night the islands are attacked by evil monsters called the Heartless. To battle the Heartless, Sora obtains the Keyblade. It's not really a blade so much as a big fucking key that you use to bash the ever-loving shit out of enemies with. Sora defeats the Heartless that
Makes no sense, even when you understand the lore.
Attack their home, but the island is destroyed. And at the same time this is happening, Donald Duck and Goofy set out to find Mickey Mouse using a spaceship and end up landing in Traverse Town, where they meet Sora and begin their quest to find their friends and stop the Heartless. It's a decent action RPG that stands up with Square's usual quality of games. The story can be kinda confusing, but makes sense within the confines of the universe it establishes.
No, it doesn't.
Then the second game comes out, and that's where it gets really nuts. It starts you off in Twilight Town as a new guy, Roxas and his friends. Well, that's fine, but what happened to Sora, Donald, and Goofy?
Ask Matt Scullin's luscious sources.
These new characters are never mentioned anywhere in the first game, but all of a sudden they're the main characters? Sora, Donald, and Goofy don't even show up until about 2 hours into the game. So, what happened? Well, it turns out to get the full story, you have to play Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories on the Game Boy Advance before playing Kingdom Hearts 2. That's where Roxas gets introduced, and it also gives the story in between the first and second game. But come on, you can't just stick some new characters in the main sequel without any explanation or proper introduction.
Yes, you can, because it's fodder for people that are just fanboys of this.
So now, you have to get a Game Boy Advance if you don't already have one and play through another game just so you can be up to speed on part 2.
A good idea.
Okay, imagine if you're watching the Back to the Future trilogy. You finish the first one and can't wait to see what happens. Then the movie starts and it's just a bunch of new characters you've never seen before, and Doc and Marty finally show up 45 minutes into the damn movie. Then you find out you're supposed to listen to a book on tape before you watch it. I guess it's also like how you have to sit through an hour of the awful Star Wars holiday special just to see the introduction of Boba Fett. Geez, hopefully that's the last time I ever have to reference that unsalvageable waste of recording media. However, even if you do play it, Chain of Memories doesn't even explain who Roxas is. It just introduces him. Roxas is Sora's nobody. In Kingdom Hearts, when someone with a strong heart loses their heart, they create a nobody. So when Sora gave his heart to save Kairi in the first game, he created Roxas. Well, that's all well and good, but how about explain that shit? Most of the prequels and
I am so fucking
between games came out in 2008 and onward. That's 3 years after Kingdom Hearts 2 was released and 6 after the first. Oh, and the names. You want to get into the titles? Boy, did they use every possible naming convention under the sun. You have numbered games, games using the Greek alphabet, decimals, and even fractions. The game about Roxas is called, Look, that's the title. I can't even think of any sequels in general.
What the fuck is that? At 352 in 2 days? Get out of here. Once a game has that, I'm going.
That use fractions, maybe the Naked Gun movies, but off the top of my head.
Yeah, but that was done on purpose. I don't think it's done on purpose. That's
satire. About it. And I don't even know if it's intended to be a fraction. After reducing it down, it should be called Kingdom Hearts 179 Days. Yeah, I know it's supposed to be 358 days between 2 characters, but seriously, the first time I saw this title, I didn't even know how to read it. Is it 358 over 2 days? Is it 358 halves days? No. the way it's supposed to be read is Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2. Why not just call it Kingdom Hearts Roxas Story?
That is the worst fucking name for a game ever.
Why all the convoluted cockamamie names? The one that really takes the cake for me, and get ready for this, is Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage. That's a paragraph! You have a decimal, a subtitle, and a tagline? Now that's a motherfucking title.
It's pronounced 358 over 2 days. Yeah, no, I'm good.
So with that said, let's finally start tackling this timeline. It starts not with Kingdom Hearts 1, but with Kingdom Hearts Key, which was a Japan-only browser-based game explaining the Keyblade War. Nowadays, it isn't even playable, but the cutscenes were remastered in Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue for the PS4. What a mouthful! This was
2.8
followed by Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep for the PSP. Then we have Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2, and Kingdom Hearts 2. After that is where it starts getting really weird, or weirder. After 2, we get Kingdom Hearts Coded, which only came out on Japanese mobile phones. It was, however, later released
What? Japanese mobile phones?
As Kingdom Hearts Recoded.
I can't. I think I put my $100 in for this. My head is hurting.
On the Nintendo DS. After Coded came Kingdom Hearts.
What are we going? Someone send me a Chris Chan video. Yes, after this we'll go to Chris Chan.
Dream Drop Distance, the first Tongue Twister sequel for the 3DS. And the last game before Kingdom Hearts 3 was Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. That right there is everything you need to know for Kingdom Hearts 3. So if you were following from the beginning, just to get the full story, you'd be spending hundreds of dollars, or maybe even thousands between every game and console.
Between the consoles, yeah.
You need, just to see Mickey, Donald, Goofy, and some anime kids beat the shit out of people with keys. Not to mention, there was a concert in 2017 and 2018 with additional plot points. But the only way you're going to see that now is if you build yourself a time machine. So on top of the $1,000 you're spending on the games, you're also going to have to spend millions to obtain plutonium to power a flux capacitor. Oh, then again, it's on YouTube. Luckily, nowadays, there's a ton of Kingdom Hearts compilations you can get that pack multiple games into one. There's almost as many remakes and remasters as there are actual games in the series. You have Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 Remix, Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 Remix, Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Remix, Final Chapter Prologue, Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 plus 2.5 Remix, and lastly, Kingdom Hearts The Story So Far. What a convenient title. The Story So Far packs in everything you need to know the full story before Kingdom Hearts 3 drops. And you don't need to understand complex mathematics or the Greek alphabet to play it. With all the shit packed in well after the first and second game, it makes me think they hadn't planned any of this. The first game is pretty straightforward. You travel to different Disney worlds to stop the heart.
No, it made money, then they were like, fuck. We gotta write more shit.
And try to find your friends. The plethora of side stories and prequels just makes me feel like they were desperately trying to keep the hype train running until the third game finally came out. This series did essentially span 3 console generations, so I can understand that they wanted to give the fanbase something to do in the meantime. But I just wonder if they had this entire story planned or were just padding it out to keep the interest going. So for someone who's just now looking to play these games for the first time, I'm kinda intimidated. Between all the entries in the series, you're looking at over 100 hours of gameplay, and that's without even counting Kingdom Hearts 3. Well, gee, add that to the whole list of games in general that I'm trying to play, it's going to be another 13 years to do that. I guess, though, by that time, the third game will be old enough to do a proper Angry Nerd review. But these games so far are pretty decent. They provide a nice amount of playtime for your money, and the worlds are diverse and interesting. While the Disney stuff is kinda weird, it never feels out of place in the game's universe.
See, I kind of disagree with that. I think it feels out of place.
Also, now with Disney owning Star Wars and the Marvel universes, it'll be cool battling alongside Jedi and Avengers. Will that ever happen? Maybe, maybe not. But maybe when Kingdom Hearts 4 drops in 2030. Then we'll finally be able to see Sora, Mickey, Donald, and Goofy team up with Han Solo, Luke, and Iron Man. Or not. But until then, who knows how many prequels and spin-offs and side stories and 4K remasters and remakes and reboots and requels we'll see. Only time will tell.
I need Karens. I need Karens. You got your $100 worth. My head hurts. All right, Karen. Let's find Karens. Karen compilations. Compilations. Oh, 1 day ago. All right.
Today, we look at the most jaw-dropping Karen.
What? She's like doing fucking dances. She looks like she's tweaking on something.
Of the week. Watch this lady pick and choose which passengers should get off the plane, and her supervisor handling her more professionally than she
Have a good night, Luna.
will ever be.
Step away
Oh, dude, I just did an hour and 40 minutes of Kingdom Farts.
for 2 seconds. I'm asking you, as your supervisor, to step away for 2 seconds, please. Please. Just catch your breath and step away. Because I don't know who's supposed to be on this plane, so give me a moment, okay? You go sit down. Just sit.
Where is this Chris Chan?
Just sit.
These guys are having fun playing around with their car, and this lady has had enough of it. Watch her confront them in an unusual way.
What's going on?
Excited to play Digimon. I played Cyber Stealth on Switch for 60 plus hours. My Pokemon Sword playtime was 9.5. What do you want to? You want to play Digimon Survive?
Akira, Reddit! Reddit! Akira!
Oh God, why do all the Karens look like? Well, no, there's actually some hot Karens once in a while, which is such a tragedy.
This woman's getting everyone's
Such-
life.
Why can't I tell what kind of car is that?
This lady
Not gonna lie, shouldn't be doing that shit.
was called out for a driving mistake she made, so
It's a McLaren, okay.
she reacts, offending the person filming. Honestly, both of them are making this more serious than it actually is.
You're taking
All I did was give you a honk. All I did was give you a honk, and you're flipping me off. You have a stop sign. I don't. But I don't have one. You gotta.
All right, Trump steaks. Trump steaks. He likes his steaks well done. That alone should disqualify him from being president. Like, yo, with fucking ketchup too. What the fuck?
Wait. I don't have a stop sign.
You know what?
You want to yell at me and flip me off or apologize?
I'm not apologizing.
Okay,
to you.
then have your shitty attitude and move on.
You've got a shitty attitude.
You have a stop sign. I
You're
don't.
the one that came over here.
Chris Chan is going to trial. Oh God.
Because you have a stop sign, you're flipping me off. You stopped in front of me.
You know what?
To flip me off.
You have nothing else to do.
Did you
in
stop
your
in
own
front
life.
of me? I'm driving, trying to hit people
out
like
of my
you.
face.
I'm trying not to hit people like you.
Get out of my face.
I'm trying not to hit people
you
like
fucking idiot. You.
all over the internet, lady.
You know what?
All over the internet.
Good.
You have a
Because
stop
you shoot
sign.
Me up. You
They're both Karens in this one.
have
Be
a stop
driving.
sign.
No, I don't.
People flip me off. All people like. There's always assholes. Like even people when they're going the wrong way, they cut me off. They flip me off. Just leave them be. Gives a shit.
Yes, you did.
Get out of your car and start filming because someone flipped you off. Who cares, dude?
No, I don't. You're
Yes,
fully.
you did.
I don't have a stop
Yes,
sign.
you
It's a
did.
one-way stop. It's where you were. You're yielding to the right, and you don't know how to drive. Put your mask on. That's gonna help in the car.
Go back.
That's gonna help in the car.
Go back to where you belong.
Go back to where you belong.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
You don't live here, buddy.
I don't live here?
Yeah.
Where do I live?
I don't know, but you don't
Where
live
do I
here.
live? You don't say that to anyone in this country. This is a free country.
This isn't a free
Talk
country
to people
anymore.
polite. It's a free country.
Not anymore.
Who do you think you are?
You know what? None of
This
your
country.
Did she really say, like, proudly that this is not... Oh, we are so fucked, man. Shakira might go to jail for tax fraud. For how much?
We came from everywhere.
Get out of my face.
What's wrong with you?
I've been here a lot longer than you have.
Longer than I have? Well, you don't know how to drive. You should learn to drive.
I know how to drive. Get your phone out of my face, you stupid
You're nuts.
You're crazy.
You're nuts, Link.
14 million. Yeah, they'll put you in jail for that.
This next footage shows 3 guys, including a Wendy's employee, just roasting and getting on each other's nerves, just because one of the customers' food
We live in a timeline where Chris Chen exists. That is correct.
apparently took too long.
If you guys are Wendy's customers, please don't do no dumb that he's doing. Don't sit there. When I'm usually the last person in here, I asked you, please and thank you, give me a second. Please give me a second. I'm the only person. You mad because I'm
14 million. That is insane amount, man.
busted ugly. Look at you. The big ass nostril having that. How you got all that money but ain't got no lineup?
I know. I saw. Like, you saw the screen, and they confirmed that shit. And what's interesting is, I'm gonna have to piss. What's interesting is, I didn't piss. I should have pissed before when I was changing my son. Is that they confirmed, like, it's irrefutable that he said that he wasn't playing it anymore. Exposed?
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am completely pissed. I was going to write a script for this video. Why am I still getting hate?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Scares here. And from now on, I'm going to report the news. Let's go inside the stories.
Exposed, 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 exposed. You're exposed. You're exposed. You are exposed. Exposed, 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 exposed. You are exposed, sir. I'm going to expose you. Expose you. Oh my God, expose you. Expose, 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 expose. It's time for some exposure. Some exposure. Some exposure. Expose. Expose myself to you. To you. To you. E-X-P-O-S-E. Expose. 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 Breasts. Expose. Expose. Breasts. 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 Expose. Breasts. Expose. Breasts. Expose. Breasts. Expose.
Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus.
Hashtag drama alert. There's news to expose.
Why you beard ashy, bro? You look f***ed up. Nah, bro. That's the best. And it's gold, bro. What you got on? Nothing. Your gold is fake. It's plated. Your shit is plated. Can you keep it pushing? Your shit is plated. Your shit
They're really tough fighting about their fucking jewelry. Get out of here.
is plated. You got go, bro. Listen.
I used to laugh at, like, remember in the early 2000s and people, everything was about fucking rims. It's because those days have kind of passed now. Thank God. But then there was the spinners. And that was still at a time you'd see, like, an old-ass, like, Toyota Tercel or a Nissan Sentra from, like, the 80s. They were still on the road. And you get motherfuckers with the hubcaps with the spinners. It's like, bro, you're driving a car that's rusted out. Stop. Yes. Kanye and I actually recorded that song shirtless in DSP's office. And we smeared the dust off of his TV stand with our nipples, too. That was like the MTV Cribs days. Remember that? Jesus. It's fucking ridiculous. Fucking people walking around with hubcap spinners. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I mean, it's not the best I can say. It's the best I can do to you. You don't want that.
Yo, we could roast each other all night. It's cool. I gotta put my mask on.
Damn, that's crazy. Hey, yo, my door's closed. I'm sorry you gotta deal with this.
Yo, when he put me on well, so I gotta have my mask on.
Damn, what you trying to show the world that you shiesty?
Definition of neurotic. Neurotics interpret ordinary such as minor problems as appearing hopelessly difficult.
I got your license plate, all that.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
Maybe that's him. Good point. I don't know.
What did you get out of this? I don't want to go viral, bro. I'm already famous as it is in the city, bro.
He's famous in this. Oh, no. Dude, if you have to self-proclaim that you're famous, you're not, like, stop. Oh, come on. I'm famous in this city. Stop it right now.
I've been bored all day. That's crazy, bro. Like, you've been bored all day.
He's like one of the... Yo, I remember back when I was really trying to produce music, which I should do again. I know I've been saying that every year. There was this dude who made a rap video, and he wanted to flex like he had a Mercedes. So he was like filming it was like someone's fucking VHS cam. Just remember this is like 2004, 2005. And he just goes and like posts up and sits up on someone else's car to pretend it's his Mercedes. Could you imagine coming out and someone's filming a rap video and they're flexing on your Mercedes that they don't own? Like, think about that. Think about that shit. Like, how much of a posing douchebag could you be?
Bro, I had to wait 20 minutes for food, bro.
I don't know if she's drunk, high, both, or just needs some sleep, but this woman is wreaking havoc at Burger King. And the
Oh, she's tweaking on something. No question. She's absolutely tweaking. Full stop.
employees aren't having an easy time dealing
just by her body movements. Like, what is this?
With her.
Oh my God.
Oh God. Yes.
You got to see some black, white, Hispanic. Who's that?
Alright, they already done.
What's wrong with Jumbo over there? I'm gonna call my mama up here. Oh, who's your mama?
Yeah. Like when I was doing that IRL stream, which I'll do again. That was actually surprisingly profitable. Yo, all the hookers, they're all like meth addicts. They walk around the streets there. They look exactly and sound exactly like her. Hi, what? Do you see her body movements? Do you hear her voice? She's missing the T. She's probably a meth addict, dude.
Is it your baby daddy? Yo, mama. Get the whole damn line up in here, too.
Listen to her voice, too. You could hear, like, because she probably smokes. Literally, yeah. They turn tricks for their next fix, because if you're that addicted, like, you need probably hundreds of dollars a day worth of product. You know?
Belong here, I'm gonna call my mama. Now you gotta go. You're gonna go. That's in your diaper, too. Hey, and you right there, the guy in the white shirt, what the f do they got over your head that you can't make it right, bro? That man wanted to order me, like, fries, a soda, a chicken sandwich, and a dessert. Come on, man, you got to go. And they charge $9.
Yeah. Absolutely, full stop. She's addicted to. She has a problem. Just by her body. I've seen it.
No, I want. You're no.
Drugs, not even one. Well, I do weed. That's it. I've never gone beyond weed. Yeah, look at her face, dude. I've seen it too many times.
Say whatever you want. Calm down. You just disrespected the whole store. Listen.
Right now. They will.
Please get out the store, man.
And my friend's back. Today's his birthday.
You want to ignore and do what you want to do now?
Chris Chad next, sure.
A group of people is protesting against vehicles that are blocking the bike lanes. And while they're making some important points, the issue can't get resolved that way. Take a look.
So he's blocking the bike lane. 2 children in Chicago have been killed this week on the streets, biking and scooting. We have asked him to back up, and he refuses to move, and he has left and gone to lunch. And this is a bi-directional bike lane, meaning cyclists come in this direction and in that direction, and there's not a lot of bike lanes in the city of Chicago, and he is blocking both of them.
Wait, is she laying on the ground?
So we are asking him to move. It is illegal to block the bike lane. To back up. So when he comes back from lunch, maybe you could help him back up? Because it is unsafe for him to be driving in a bi-directional bike lane, and it sets a very unsafe precedent for everyone. And it also makes people not safe to bike in this bike lane.
You think you're helping the situation by sitting right here on the ground?
Yes, I am.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It was like someone complaining about a bathroom. I needed to talk to management. There was shit all over the toilet. Okay, but do you think shitting on top of the shit that's already on the toilet is going to help the situation? We saw what you did.
Yes, I am. This is actually, we are making a statement.
Are you making it better?
Yes, absolutely. Because this is not okay anymore.
I'm asking you, how are you making it better?
Because we are standing our ground and we are not allowing this to happen anymore.
It's your job to make it better. It's your job. It's your job to make it better?
No, it's your job. Make him move, please.
Can you help him back up?
I'm asking you a question.
Can you help him back up?
I'm asking you, are you making it better as well, just sitting on the ground, right?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm asking you how. You haven't given me an answer yet.
Because we are not allowing this to happen and continue any longer.
So that's the purpose of be closer to the box. Now you need to call the post office, tell post office, maybe they need to move the
She blocking other people from getting through?
box.
If
don't hold that against me.
If it's your job to work for the post office and you see that it is
That's my
difficult,
job. My job is to do the job.
If it,
I don't question nothing. I don't have a problem with it. I just do what they tell me to do. Now, it's up to y'all as the public to say, well, you need to move these mailboxes out of the back of the lane.
you're saying that the only way that you can do your job is to block this bike lane.
So when we submit a FOIA request, there's some official USPS document that says block the bike lane.
Do you want me to park out there and block the
Yes,
traffic?
I want you to park out
no,
there.
I'm not going to do that.
Well, that's great. You'd rather people on bicycles die than inconvenience a couple of cars.
Look, first of all, I'm not here for you to debate or him to debate. That's not what I'm here for. Don't call me to debate, okay? I'm here to rectify, so all y'all can be quiet. We're going to just rectify the situation. That's what we got. That's what we're not going to do, okay? We're going to be quiet, though, while I direct this and figure this out. I'm not here for you to argue and debate your opinion, okay?
People have died on bicycles in the past
People
couple
die every
weeks.
day.
That's what's going on in the city. We'd like
Police
to see
are
that
dying
stop.
every day too.
See, like I told, let me explain this up. Like I told her, we were trained. We back that truck up. We back that truck.
I used to watch you, and now when I watch him, I get bored. Thanks for making great content. It's look, man. You know, Infinite. I appreciate that. Watch who you'd like. I don't want to, but it doesn't change the fact that he's full of shit. And I would call him out on it like any other public figure. He does not get any special privileges above anybody else, just like I don't.
Smack somebody, hit somebody, I'll help you back. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? My thing is, it would have been simpler to her just
So you're worried about that, but you're not worried about the danger that you caused by blocking this by road.
Yes, I am, but I can give it. I ain't going to say nothing else. Nothing else. I'm
I wish I could be selected by whose lives I care about. I don't get that. I have to care about everyone.
Oh, that guy sounds so fucking annoying. Probably a robbery happening a block over, and this lady purposely wasting the cops' time. Isn't it annoying how this is different from the sovereign citizen nonsense? I don't even understand that shit fully.
Everyone's life. I have to respect everyone's life. Everyone in this country does. I think it's bullshit that someone gets to accept themselves.
I agree, son of a pirate.
I'm gonna FOIA request the fucking United States Postal Service and find out what document, training materials he's referring to that told him to do this, because I think that's bullshit.
This guy's motel booking got canceled without him knowing about it, so he lets out his anger on an employee. He might have gone a bit too far, but to be frank, the situation is quite frustrating.
It was canceled.
Who canceled it?
The manager canceled it.
All right, then call the manager and get my room.
You know, you can't speak to me like that. You're gonna have to leave, okay?
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Where's my fucking room?
It was canceled.
Who canceled it?
Sir, Circle Hotel, this is John speaking. How can I help you?
Yo, if someone canceled my fucking room and I drove like ungodly amounts of time and I just get there and find out my room is canceled, oh, I would flip my shit. And then if he acted like a dick, like, fuck people, man.
I called you, I spoke with you, you told me it was no problem.
Okay. Well, your
So
card
I'm
was,
holding
your
you
card
accountable
was,
for
your card
that.
was declined.
My
Why
card's
was
not
your-
declined.
The one that was on the reservation.
This
was.
is the one that's on the reservation.
Well, they canceled, okay?
I
they
didn't
canceled.
cancel it.
Okay. If you want that rate, you'll have to book the room online. We have
I did book the room online and I got a fucking confirmation here.
And
I agree, Susha, 100%.
If you continue to talk to me like that, you're gonna have to leave, okay?
No, I'm not gonna leave. You're gonna give me a room. Here's my
Why are you talking
confirmation
to me
here.
like that? I'm not.
Listen, you're talking to me like I didn't book this room. I booked this fucking room.
Sir, you're gonna have to leave. You can't curse at me, okay? I'm sorry. You're gonna have
Book
to
my room.
No, you're gonna have to leave.
I've been traveling all fucking
Very
day.
sorry. You're going to have to leave. You can't curse at me like that.
Call your manager.
He's not entitled, man. Someone should have fucking notified him.
By 12, I'm not following you. So that's it. I'm sorry.
That's bullshit. I have a confirmation right here.
I'm very sorry.
I have a confirmation.
It was canceled, sir.
I don't care.
No, you can't talk to me like that.
You can't talk to me like that.
I'm being very nice with you.
You have not been very nice to me.
Yeah, you have no place to sleep. I'm being a peach.
I'm not going to stand here and curse that way. I've not cursed at you. I've not spoken down to you.
I don't care. You canceled my room. I've driven all day long.
I'm sorry. It's canceled. If you want to try for that rate, you can try it online. I can't match that rate. I'm very sorry.
I want the room that I booked. I have a confirmation. What does that say? It's a confirmation for my room. $101 a night. You force people to curse at you because you're incompetent.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
What were you doing?
I'm sorry.
What were you doing?
I'm not going to stand like that.
I'm not moving.
I'll have to get the police.
It takes
Guy was actually being nicer than me. If I drove all day and they fucked something up and canceled my fucking room,
courage to work in a field that requires dealing with people like this woman on a daily basis. Watch her be rude and racist as she goes off on an employee over a $3 coupon.
Please.
Can you please just calm down?
Stop, Matt, please.
Liz.
You know what? You're not going to disrespect me.
Nobody disrespects
I got your employer
You didn't
recording me. For what? Don't have to record me. You came out. You don't even know what you're even talking about. You're right here.
This lady's coming in. I'm trying to resolve. She's got an attitude.
What are you trying to resolve that you weren't here for? I'm not going to have your employer recording me. I'm actually calling the police.
Can you please just go?
No. I'm calling the police. You want to have your employee record me?
Because you're being a little
I was trying to resolve the situation, and he just gave me an attitude straight off the bat. So.
I don't even know who you are, ghetto boy. You know what? I don't
oh god.
care. I asked for a manager, and that's all I asked for.
Miss,
Ghetto boy. Okay.
None of your business.
I think you're old enough to be.
I promise you.
And walk away.
When the cops come, if you really.
I love how, like, yeah, you started recording like halfway through. Queen, no context.
Really call the cops,
I
like.
can call myself.
I got.
I think
it's
I
all right.
like to call myself too. We're both tired of you.
Okay. All right. I didn't give you an
I asked for a
attitude, so.
manager. It's a number. It's all I asked for.
Okay. The manager is right here, bro.
I'm 15 years old.
Okay.
Okay,
You're
ghetto
19.
boy. Over what? The receipt? I asked for the manager's
God.
number. It's all I asked for. And now I'm being recorded by a ghetto prick.
Please go in the back.
I will.
Okay.
No problem.
Walk outside, please.
Sorry, bro. We got a Karen here. I don't know what to tell you.
Miss, I don't know what the problem is, but if it's over $3, this is a little
This
ridiculous.
has nothing to do with $3. It's nothing to do with him. He wasn't even out here.
I was trying to resolve the situation, but
Resolve what? What are you trying to resolve?
you're the one talking to me crazy. I'm actually not even talking to you rude.
Resolve coming out here the way you are. Talking to me saying, fuck you.
Phil would absolutely, but he would actually fuck up the reservation, and it would be on him.
I didn't even say that to you.
Imagine going to see a movie and having to hear the most obvious rules being listed before its beginning. That's exactly what happened here, because people don't know how to be decent beings anymore.
There will be no screaming, there will be no clapping at the movie, and if you want to, we will kick you out immediately with no refund. If you don't want to leave, when we ask you to, we'll call the cops to have you removed. There are actual families here to see this movie, and if you disrupt them, you can also pay for their ticket. Do you understand that? Do you understand? Yeah.
Wait, is he yelling at the whole audience before they even did anything? Come on.
Hey! One more thing. It is illegal to record any part of the movie, even the beginning sequence. You cannot record it. If you record it, we won't even give you a warning. We'll just call it.
Jesus, what a killjoy.
It is illegal. Do you understand that?
A woman riding a bike gets caught in a traditional water balloon throwing party. When she accidentally gets hit, she absolutely loses it while the people around her aren't being understanding.
Get over yourself, dude.
Get over myself? You motherfucker! Travis!
Excuse me, please.
Travis!
Get the fuck off my property now! Get the fuck off my property!
I will call the cops on you!
Already!
Oh, really? All of them? All of the DJ cops have said they're gonna
They were just
find
here.
all of you.
They weren't here.
They're really fighting over fucking water balloons. Really?
Everybody's throwing water balloons. What's the problem?
Optimus roast deaf noodles. Was it a YouTube video?
Everybody's throwing water balloons. What's the problem?
I like, who is Deaf Noodles? This is where I'm a boomer. Who is Deaf Noodles? Why is there? I see people incessantly not shutting the fuck up about him.
Well, you go right up there. You then so what?
Bridge? You're gonna fucking jump off a bridge?
No, but I mean, it's,
Don't even say
it's
that.
the environment, bro. Chill out.
Yeah, it's happened to me too, and I'm like, why the fuck is the card declined? Like, there's no, just used it like, yeah, that they could have done things for him, but.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
It's over. It's over. It's over. Go.
Now I get fucking see my contact.
All right, maybe we'll end the night with that. Pop a gut.
No one wants that.
Everybody wants it. What the f are you talking about?
Subscribe now, or a Karen will ruin your day.
Oh,
Today,
they're ruin everyone's day. Yeah, she ain't a Karen. She's a drug addict. All right, Pop a gut. We'll end it with this. Or is this it right here? Oh God, it's 2 hours. Or this one here. Need the chat above you. Okay. I'll figure out how to get all that shit set up.
This is going to make you look really bad for you in your lawsuit against Keemstar. Mostly because Twitter. So let's see what it has to say here. Deaf Noodle.
What is Deaf Noodles known for? Like, I don't even understand. Like, what does he do? What was his thing? Like, what happened?
Let's see what he's got to say. Let's see.
Motherfucker got famous on TikTok for joking about fucking 14-year-old girls, and then gets offended someone jokes about him, but, you know, he was right. I shouldn't have said that. I should have said he makes himself so small in this video to hide the fact that he looks like a pedophile. Really? What happened on... I know he got banned from TikTok. I don't know the exact reasons.
Let's see. Oh, here we go again with like false assault accusations. Got famous on TikTok for joking about 14-year-old girls. Then gets offended. Someone jokes about him, but you know he was right. I shouldn't have said. Should have said he makes himself so small in his videos to hide the fact that he looks like a pedophile. This is pretty bad. So this is going to make you look really bad for you in your lawsuit against Keemstar. Mostly because he called you a pedophile without any actual evidence, and this is what you're doing to me right now.
The joke was, if she's old enough to bleed, she's old enough to breed. Thank you very much. It was a satirical call out since he allegedly...
What's really interesting is that this is two things.
Put this motherfucker on a watch list.
For one, I've already deeply explained the context of this.
What's up, Daily Potato?
To Deaf Noodles personally. We had a live conversation about this. And he's also tweeting this, that I made an inappropriate joke, which I consistently keep saying was an inappropriate joke regardless of the context. But this was the joke. The joke was, if she's old enough to bleed. And he literally, for what he did, he duetted it. What is it called? What is that called?
So what the fuck is Deaf Noodles known for? Like, how did he blow up? Like, what happened with this guy?
He decided to, what is it called? Retweeted it. He retweeted the entire context. Wow. He retweeted the context. Here's the context. The joke was, if she's old enough to bleed, she's old enough to breed. Thank you very much, Andre Lopez, for the advice.
Maybe I'll have to make a video. This guy, I kind of like Papa Gut. Why are you fucking with Papa Gut, bro? Why are you going to make me go in on the drama again?
Right? It was a satirical call-out since he allegedly slept with a 14-year-old. It's a joke I've condemned multiple times, but that person isn't interested in honesty. Somehow, he looked at this and said, I'm going to nail Papa Gut on this point. What are you talking about? The reality here, I'm going to be very clear, is I've been very active in the deplatforming of 2 predators on TikTok. That's what I've done. And this is a bad joke I never should have said. But I find it interesting that somebody like Deaf Noodles, who is virtue signaling and trying to, again, deplatform somebody who...
Basically, he's free to understand what he's going on. Deaf Noodles is going out and calling, like every other piece of shit does, is calling Papa Gut a pedophile. Because he made that joke. That's what they all fucking do. They're like that. They do the same thing with me. What was the first thing they went to with me?
Who has actually used his platform for good. As of right now, we're watching Deaf Noodles get completely rolled over in a...
No, Deaf Noodles is a different dude. This is Papa Gut. Deaf Noodles is a different guy.
Conversation when it's about gay rights. And he has the audacity to criticize me for this. This doesn't really work out well for him. This is bad. This kid's a fucking idiot. Put this on a watch list. He looks very suspicious. Okay. Realistically speaking, I'm not going to sue him. Yeah, Joe Rogan Gemini. The reality is that like this isn't going to go the way Dennis wants. I'm not going to have an emotionally provoked response. That's pretty much it. Like he's not going
to common Deaf Noodles Al. Yeah, it kind of seems like
going to get the reception that he wants to get. Also, I guess he's showing pictures of me he Googled. Wow, okay. Cool.
No, this guy is more engaging than fucking the quartering.
Okay. This is it? This is the only thing?
Yeah, it's the same thing that happened to me with some... I'll just here.
I am thoroughly tickled.
Same shit.
Okay. All right. Very cool. Yeah, he did call me a predator. It is what it is, man.
And people just throw it around like whatever, and the reason that they do that is because they know that it's such a horrific thing that if you even hint that somebody may just saying the word about somebody makes people run away. That's why they do it.
This is what virtue signaling about pedophilia looks like. Dennis doesn't care about kids getting raped. He's a worthless human being that doesn't actually care. I've put my platform on the line multiple times to call shit like this out. I lost one of my TikToks one time with like 600,000 views because I called out Zoe Laverne. This is just what Dennis does, man. This is just what Dennis does, and I know it's to get me to have an emotional response here. But like realistically speaking, I'm not going to take the bait. Dennis is already very infamous for not having any credibility and for twisting stories. And realistically here, he's doing it again.
He's definitely doing it.
The problem is he's showing full context. So it doesn't even make him look good. That's it. It just makes him look really bad. So here, I guess I should tweet back to him. I had to write out a thoughtful tweet.
All right, we'll finish this tomorrow because, like I said, I have my kids here, and I don't want to. I'll be up super early, and there's plenty of stuff I got going on tomorrow. Not sure about streaming. There will be videos though. So regular chat, super chat. We'll do Chris Chan tomorrow. I appreciate all of you. That was interesting with the Kingdom Hearts stuff, and I'll see you guys back tomorrow with more videos. Have a good one.